It's Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I had helped a guy. I did a video on it. I helped a guy. Well, I tried pulling a guy out in Wyoming or Montana a couple of years ago, and the idiot had his foot on the brake, so it actually ripped my bumper off. And when they towed my truck, I don't think it's the welder. The welder did a really nice job. It's hard to find a good aluminum welder. So, anyways, so I don't know if they hit it when they towed it or whatever the case is, or maybe where they backed up the trailer from the tow truck. Maybe it hit something and cracked the weld. So, you can see where the weld is actually, these trucks and trailers shake so damn much, that when something like this happens, all the shaking and the vibration is just going to open up the crack even more. So I had actually put some epoxy, some plumber's epoxy on there one time when I was on the road because I saw this was getting really bad. And then this side here was starting to go. And you could see inside there and right there by the mud flap. And then by this one here, it's all starting to crack. So I can't find a guy to weld it. But there is a guy that I'm going to get welded, but he's pretty booked right now. Good welders are really booked, just like good mechanics. So I am going to, I don't want to lose a bumper on the road. So I am going to show you how, just with a few tools and some brackets, that we'll get it from not falling off. So I already did my measurements and my drawing. I like to do drawings. And my plan is to go on the inside right there. That's why I had to chip that plumber's epoxy out, because I want it to be as tight in that corner as possible. Now this could be a permanent fix. For me, it's going to be a temporary fix until the guy can actually do the welding on it. So I'm going to put a bracket here, and then I'm going to duplicate it on this side. Like so, and then I'm just going to cut off this excess over here to the right with my grinding wheel or my cutting wheel. And then, so you're going to need two of those. And I just went to the local hardware store and got these. And then this right here, I'm going to, so not all the securements on this side, I'm going to take one here, and I'm going to go just like that. And I'm going to utilize the same holes on this side to bolt it together. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. My lights are finally done, but it's been such bad weather here with all the rain and the snow we had. Today's finally a nicer day. And then I had my brother Mike O'Hara stop by. He's a subscriber, and we ended up shooting the shit for a couple hours. So put me a little behind, but I'm not leaving till next week anyways. So what I did was, I got some grade A bolts, some shorties, washers, and some nuts. The 4-inch are going to go in the bottom here. And then I also have some 5-inch. So they're also going to go in there. So that's kind of what's going to happen. So I'm going to do a video on this. So you're going to also need, I went with these because they're already pre-drilled. And I got a drill bit that'll fit into this hole. This happens to be 5/16. So anyways, you're going to need a drill, of course. And you're going to need a couple of these wood clamps that I have in my shop from doing carpentry work. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause. I'm going to get it set up on the one side so we can start drilling. All right, guys, I got the two set in. And you want to make sure, I guess, you don't want to look like a hack job either, so try to keep it as symmetric as possible. I'm kind of committed to the bend of the actual bumper. So I have it flush in that corner like so, and then this one's the same way. Like I said, you have to kind of stay true to the flatness of the bumper. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a marker. I'm going to mark my holes. All right, guys. I got 2 holes drilled, and on the back side, I don't know if you can see up underneath here. I'm sure you can. But right up underneath here, it's all hollow. So that's why I got the shorter bolts. So I went with the, I don't know, 1-inch bolts by 5/16. And what I meant by, I use the 5/16 because that way I don't have to drill new holes, make them bigger. Make yourself, it's going to be a lot easier, trust me. And also make sure that you have charged batteries and you have brand new bits. Try not to use old bits because you'll be drilling on that stuff forever. So, and another thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a bead of silicone on the backside here and the backside underneath here. Basically, so it just stops the shaking. It gives it like a little cushion as you're going down the road, because if this is just constantly clanking or whatever, it's not that it's noisy, it's just that it could loosen up stuff. So I'm going to run a bead of silicone underneath them. So I'm going to go ahead and drill my next holes. All right, guys, that's how it is. And you can see I used a long socket with an extension to hold the back of the nut. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Also, if I were you guys, I'd have a stool because you're going to be on your knees for a while. That's what he said. Anyways, we'll go ahead and do the other side. All right, guys, I got the first one, the first and second one done. Now, I don't want to do anything on this side yet or this side yet, and I'll explain that when I get to it. So, excess silicone. Now I'm going to go ahead and drill the rest of those 3, and then I think I might go ahead and put the long one in on that side and that side, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. All right, guys, the hardest part is done. And the reason why I went with the short ones is you don't need the long ones, because this plate back here, at least on the Benson, is probably only yay thick. So an inch would do. That's not what she said. I'm here all day. Yeah, so I wouldn't go more than an inch on that. So the hardest part is definitely over. And now I'm going to drill my other holes. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. All right, guys, I have these 2 drilled through, but those bits are not long enough. So I got another smaller, narrow, or a more narrow, longer bit. And the reason why is now I want to take that bit, I want to put it in here, and I want to bring that bit all the way here and then drill out this side. Because what I want to do is I want to line up the holes here, so I'm not drilling a shit ton of holes here. I'm going to put you on pause. And that's what I mean, just like that. And then you want to do this as straight as you possibly can so that your bolts, when you line them in here, they're going to come out straight. You can't take a tape measure or anything. You just got to kind of concentrate on how straight you're going to be. All right, guys, like so. And the one thing I forgot, I mean, it should be obvious, but definitely make sure you use metal bits. Don't use a wood bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll put you on pause. So it's going to be just like so. So now I can go ahead. I might just do 2 or 3 of these bolts, not all 5. But that's why I used the 5-inch bolt on the top. And then this right here is going to get 4 inches. So put you back on pause. All right, guys, and I swung my bolt around too. I don't want the threaded side to be on this side. I want it to be a clean look. So I didn't run silicone on the back side yet. Make sure your plate is as straight as possible. Now, I am going to drill another one down here just to give it that extra rigidness. And then I'm going to, because I have another bolt on the back of the corner over there, and then I'm going to drill 1 or 2 more up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the next holes drilled. All right, guys, got everything drilled. What I'm going to do now, it's getting dark out and it's getting kind of cold. So now I'm going to grab my cutting wheel and I'm going to cut this piece off so it's flush with the bumper. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to slide it inside this gap. That way it's going to bring it together nice and flush. And so then I will drill one more hole from here to here. That way I have enough grip on the good. So how it looks is all this is solid. All this is solid into this. And then obviously we have the broken piece of bumper here. So this is going into the solid part of this. And then this is a solid part. So that's pretty much, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I'll do the other side tomorrow, but I don't think I need to do both sides for the video. You get the gist of it. So, I did drill a hole right here, but my other long bit snapped off in there, and that sucks. So that's pretty much it, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.